they bring into this. A little bit of a contact made. Run towards short, and utility being worked through. conir could be one of the first players to potentially have that impact. You can see Cloud9 White not in a particular hurry. They are working mid though, but you can look at the extremities. Also then one out by KRÜ, so it's that kind of exchange in his conir to draw first blood. Jezikin's gone down, but it's all but a ruse. The B pinch is on the way.
Actually, yeah, they're scrambling to get back towards site here as Bob looking to pave the way all the way onto site. Actually, two players tucked in here. They're ready to actually pop off. This flash is perfect as well, Lauren.
Yeah, this isn't too bad. We have to see if they can actually take the side control as it stands. For now, it's all good. Plant going to come down. We look towards the retake. What do they have to build in? One towards CT, two towards middle. Romi, consu, and conir still alive. Conir holding a fair amount of space to at least allow some safe back, passage back in. Looking a little paranoid of a flank coming through, but nothing there. It is all towards the site. Three players posted up, and here it comes. Smoke's already invested. Katsumi playing site, two towards back of boathouse. Dash comes in, and the first swing! Stunning work from Katsumi, and even once more! Welcome to the stage, Cloud9. You're looking like you're at home. Get into these environments, and it changes a little. For now, though, that's a way to kind of steady the nerves, kind of build into the matchup. We have a little kind of eco piece. We've got the sheriffs coming out, so not too much to worry about unless someone gets pinched, someone gets caught by it. But Cloud9 White holding a default, and a deep default.
A very deep default, yeah. Alexis ready for this as the players in support as well. Jezikin's the first one to find it. Kalita actually responds with two here. Spike noted as well. Katsumi has to tuck away from this. Actually, Mel and Bob made progress elsewhere, but no real information toward baesht. I don't actually think the extent of this stack on the side of KRÜ was noted. But early advantage here.
Yeah, massive and fantastic consideration of that. Brilliant work coming out from KRÜ. I'm really happy to see. You can see instantly that Spike got collected and got the hell out of danger. So over towards the site we go. Plant going to come down. Let's see if they can hold on to it. Those three Spectres, still a fair amount of utility on Katsumi. Same with Bob as well. So you're still in a decent enough position to fight this one out. And I want to see Bob's flank here. The timing is everything. Do they still recheck towards middle? You've got four players and Bob could have the best flank in the world. They have absolutely no idea. And it's devastating. It's so much. They all have to turn. It's time being purchased. Bob does not need to overcommit to this. Just chip away by time. Precious seconds. Because KRÜ are almost back in this round. It's only one to make it forward. Cloud9 White again.
Those are real key indicators in terms of really translating that form here in Berlin.
Cover going on.
No, actually, Alexis and Jazikins did ride through, and actually Katsumi looking to get into the back lines here with the TP. Yeah, it will be cancelled, so one player noted at least here towards heaven, but already a rotation has come through, Lauren.
This is going to be pretty rough site to take, but
almost
with the slow towards heaven, yeah, they're completely posturing for the retake instead. Maybe feeling Kalita could facilitate something, but you still need to get that built up if you can. I mean, this isn't bad. They've got the post plant. They're sat in pretty decent positions. If this could go sideways, I don't love that they didn't try maybe halt a little bit of this, but utility-wise, they are down to bare minimum here on the Cloud9 White side. So this is a great opportunity for KRÜ, but they need to get going.
A lot of time burnt up here already. Kalita will pave the way through the door. Little crossfire setup here, though, just outside. Conir actually loses out to Jazikins with the ghost here.
And I love the commitment as well from Jazikins, still doing great chip damage too, and Alexis still not noted. Gonna get away with potentially murder until then. Mel on the trade and Mel on the flank! And that's a denial of the ult's validity. It's gonna find nothing here, as Romi, the last one alive in a 1v3, and Katsumi, headliner so far, mopping it up. And gotta say it, Katsumi looking like a land beast right now, sitting on 7-1, farming it up. And once again, similar scenes, but it looks like Cloud9 White are more than aware. Good trades for KRÜ though. conir and baesht at least gonna do some damage on this one. Rifle's not quite recoverable yet, so a little bit tricky in that regard to try and maybe get those back into play for KRÜ if they could recover them. And already, Cloud9 White just gonna turn attention. They want that plant, that's what they're gonna try and facilitate. The two players playing slightly ahead, Spike safely working his way around by main. And they should be able to at least secure heaven, maybe secure a little by tree, which they're gonna do by at least shutting the door.
Alexis and Mel might even go exploring here.
They think they should.
Be able to greet a couple of members of KRÜ just ahead of progress towards heaven. Gonna find any value here. Conir just behind the curve there. Fortunately caught off guard. Mel, saviour of that one.
To get on the board though, 0-4 so far, same for Consu, so we need to see them start activating, feeling present in these rounds, because so far, so good for Cloud9. Now this could be a good start though. Shot goes astray, not ideal. Has to fall off this one and give up that mid control, which actually quite quickly C9 are going to take into their hands here.
I think this is actually on the back of, you can see here just off screen, Mel being tested. The one-way phone up, great counter to that is the spy cam from Mel. Again, this initial probe. C9 White looking to peel back towards short here. It's only really going to be one player holding down. Conir playing very close contact, noting Mel's presence outside in the early rounds.
But there's no pressure on short, and they would have felt that, right? And they can speed up the pace, and they're so aware of this. Alexis with the first was great. The second, I feel, was a gift from the gods. And already the plant now getting put down, wall in place. Every post plant is pretty much covered, and you've got an operator. That's an expensive piece of kit. Maybe you don't want to commit at this point.
Romi posted up deep in heaven. No possibility of swapping this out, and actually katsumi ready with a paranoia, potentially, to enable somebody to push even deeper. It looks like KRÜ, rightfully so, going to give this up. That'll be the 5th on the board very quickly for C9 White. Unfortunately, not a lot for KRÜ to say in this round.
No.
Like you said, almost that double stack towards main when there's no pressure follow through towards B or towards mid. You almost expect that push out. Try and dig Mel out of this position. Bomb catching him. Headshot there. Consu will find Jazzy, but nothing but a consolation at this point.
It's worth hunting these down. You have the funds.
Yeah, want to punish
Money
this.
is great for C9. On the other side, they are desperate to keep hold of these. And it's just the operator.
The door's closed as well.
Do they get to keep it so far? I'm pretty sure it's gone. Okay, Mel, huge punish.
That's massive.
Very easy to get blown out of the water. It's something that we've seen consistently, even in NA during the online phase. KRÜ needs to get a grip on this one. And I don't know how many times they're used to playing from the back either. It could be something they're just not used to. This aggression is so good from them. They are so good at these half buys, these kind of shoddy purchases. They are fantastic, and the spike is in a bad position here. They need success over by A, and Bob's given them just that. Bob now on the side can take so much control of this. The spike, yes, it is still an issue, but they at least have that backup plan now.
So I'm looking here to see how C9 White do recover here, because first time the spike has been out of position. Bob perfectly flanked through
it's
main. Finds the first,
ferocious.
the second. Actually, Romi gonna fall too.
And Alexis trying to swing from it. That's good. Time to get away, though. There was still that pressure. There was still that danger. Consu could have hit another shot. It could have been another problem. It's not to be. Conir has to find impact, find damage, find something, because this chip damage stops being enough. It stops being a silver lining at 6-0. It stops being anything we can depend upon. The first time we're really seeing C9 having to scramble in this round, and again, it's one of these buys, but that's a recovered rifle.
Alexis actually anticipating the lockdown potentially being used on short and save the fragment for it. Not sure if Consu's going to consider that. Alexis does give up the lineup for the time being after that door's removed. They can follow through here. Alexis going to take first contact. The spike, I'm actually spotting out heaven, but Alexis standing strong. Just one left to find for C9 White.
Conir. No one's given them any play, and the swing together, it's sorted. Bob bailing him out there as well. Got to give credit, they held him mid, they got the spike back to hand, but Bob, the amount of room that they garnered pushing towards that A side, pushing through, pressuring short, allowing the spike to come. Okay, we've got the ults coming around. We have everything we need for KRÜ. And KRÜ are getting aggressive. They're straight up middle, they're up the gut, they're going to go for the deep knife as well, finds maybe Mel at most, but for now, fully aware, seems hyper aware of the possibility of this, maybe noting the success they had in the prior rounds, but the timing's everything! And Mel's still alive! Untouchable in this
on
game.
the weapon switch as well, Lauren. Absolute madness.
Mel in fine form. And just taking their time here. The lockdown being considered by Consu.
Love the counter over the Hunter's Fury. And actually, Bob going to throw this out preemptively here, just to try and remove Consu from this short position, but finds Kalita instead.
And katsumi might be the time. There's that lockdown. And there's the TP. Right towards the back of Boathouse, going to note that no one is there and commit. So, Spike can be safely ferried away unless baesht can maybe find something towards middle. Maybe be a problem, but do they go for a double pump? Do they then thread up through middle? Because no one's posted on it. They've got options here. Katsumi can be all but a ruse. See what they do with this one.
Left.
Options are plenty. 28 seconds, but it looks like they're still eyeing up that A site.
If Katsumi closes this door here, maybe re-smokes off spawn. See Consu rotate back through, but C9 White. I mean, Alexis is already deep on site here.
And there it is. Mel gonna make it across. Conir though, gonna find Katsumi. That was the fight towards B, so the plant's gonna come in, and now we're in the post plant. Favorable numbers still towards Cloud9 White, but we're going to see what Consu, baesht, and Conir can maybe achieve in this one. A little late on rotation because they had to deal with a player who took that TP towards B. Alexis waiting for the pressure to come in through by Tree, going to spot out Consu. The flash to follow, going to note 2 and find 2. Alexis taking heads. Conir just...
You always see him now getting a bit fired up on stage.
Starting to have
Look a bit
fun.
happier, looking to have some fun.
And on the other side, not going to be a similar scene at all. It's going to be a rude awakening, a tough, bitter pill to potentially swallow on map 1 here. Pressure towards middle found. And if you're C9 White, you've got to be looking for that aggression we know that KRÜ will try and bring out, which they've done. They've zerged out a B, they've taken the space away. They're going to leave A pretty vulnerable, but they're going to note that, and they'll have to try and do that damage on the way back in.
Baesht actually already way on short here, so stacking up 4 members of KRÜ in order to flank through all the way from A lobby here. Just going to be conir to show that actually taking a ton of damage on that wallbang. Forced off the angle as well.
Yeah, 5 HP is all that's remaining, and this is going to be quite telling. Mel going to be on guard duty. 7-0 so far. Spots 1, takes 1. That's going to be baesht down. Bob going to take over the next bit of pressure here. Spots out more, and he's got the support. Doesn't need it. It's just farming out here. Cloud9 White just a cut above the rest with the prime game.
Point where throw something out, see what sticks. Looks like that might be the case here. Not through B main here, but there's 4 members of C9 White here. Again, these early round protocols, the slow orb, to actually prevent any further progress behind this first blood. Beautifully done.
Great read, great anticipation. KRÜ not finding that first impact. Last time around, we saw this on a couple of the half buys, a couple of the ecos.
Kalita opening things up.
A couple of trades, working quite nicely. This time around, too sharp to it. C9 reading the game plan really well, and the patience even sticking around just in case there was that double dip of aggression, and there was. Once again, it's noted, paranoia invested, and the push comes in. They're just going to absolutely send this. Katsumi are going to just drop a smoke down towards CT. And the ball comes up as well, so they can even note towards the side. So this is now a problem. baesht overwhelmed, and it is just clear cut. Mike, there ain't much to say about this.
Nah, there isn't. Consu just about making it away. Back through to spawn side here. 2 mollies to work with, but C9 White flooded the site now. 3 members here once again. Bob a little disconnected as well, just as that contingency once again. The Hunter's Fury online.
Placing sentry. Placing
this one you got to say, it's looking like a night.
Very much so. I don't see this going any other way here. Still the utility to invest for Bob, for Katsumi. Still so much to run through, and it's rough for KRÜ. There is no good option anymore.
And slipping back into just try and hold on to these rifles. I think a couple of the members hit, well, 1,000 for Romi, 1,400 for baesht. Kalita down to 600. It's not going to be a pretty bite. Got no potential to drop a weapon out.
Rightly so.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep punishing. Don't let your foot off the gas. Now we're going to swing through, going to find here. Conir and Consu will find the kills, but consolations and nothing more.
Yeah, it's way more costly, obviously, for KRÜ here. Their money devastated, left in tatters and ruins.
Still will be able to get rifles, a bulldog, to kind of complete the purchase. And here KRÜ playing a little deeper. No progress either side of the map. Romi actually tucked into bricks here, just outside A main. Again, the momentum is there for C9 White, though. They're not even paying much attention to the other side of the map. Yes, that trap wire is going to get set off, but Mel has the spy cam just to make sure there's no push coming through. You can see the check there.
Yeah, lovely work. Mel calling this one out as well.
Kalita's already preemptively rotating off that after dealing with that trap wire in B main.
The contact's going to be on short. Coming on the knife, good. Smoke goes up. Romi, Island. Trade comes out. 1-for-1 so far. Mel gone down. The timing not bad at all. Red's going to come out. Mel back on the feet, and Jazzy going to carry on forward. All invested. They got to know everything. Flank now seen. They are going to be on red alert, as they should be. baesht, though, finally comes alive on the side, and there's a fight to be had.
Bob with the response on here. Kalita and Consu left to try and cover this one now. Bob actually peeks ahead of that as the spike is planted. So now 1v2, Jazzy will fall. Consu swings through and finds KRÜ's first round.
Yeah, finally starting to hit here. It was scrappy, but it's worked for them.
Find the burst, another rifle purchase coming through, and actually a Guardian to round it out this time. See if KRÜ can build anything off this. Consu and baesht actually do have ultimates available here to invest here. Bob actually on the operator. So maybe an indicator that C9 White going to try and slow things down a little bit here.
Cage triggered.
still going to hit that pressure towards middle, keep them present. We still have that late hold towards B main.
I mean, the alarm actually positioned behind these cages. So Mel trying to plant the seed, the potential progress up mid. Nothing following through here. Actually, the preemptive no command from baesht. Actually, in A main, look how deep Bob is positioned here. They're trying to probe to almost bait out this push once again from KRÜ. Nice pick from Romi, though. Down to 70 HP early on, still happy to take this engagement and rewarded for it.
Yeah, they're going to note consu, though, so that's not going to go unseen. The rotations are on the way, and there's no real backup plan. It is quite all in now. The smoke going to come down, and the lockdowns come out. This is now going to give them a time limit. There is pressure put on Cloud9. Romi's reposition is perfect. Going to fight Katsumi. Bob and Mel still alive and kicking, but for how long? 2 more seconds. They got to handle it. They got to handle it now. Mel can't do it. Gets caught, but still standing was Alexis. Bob puts life on the line for it as well. And now just down to conir. And it's all slow sailing, but they need to get the spike and they need to get the plant. Couple of seconds to spare, they get it done, and Bob's waiting. Double digits, as manic as it may have been, they've made it very impressive to see. And again, shattering the economy as soon as it kind of goes back and forth. And, well, that's a shot. Where's this been? Where's this fire been from KRÜ? Love that aggressive first peek. Gonna be able to dip away now. Don't need to overextend on this. Obviously, unrecoverable rifle, but still, good damage achieved. Could potentially spread the wealth. Depend on the knives a little if you could.
We have seen Cloud9 White flip these 4v5s time and time again, though. Particularly on these rounds the KRÜ has sat on a lesser purchase. First time we've ever seen KRÜ dip away from it, though. Yep. They find the first blood, and they're actually in safe positions. Romi repositioning all the way towards short. I mean, potential even here to throw the rifle across, make use of that blade storm here. It being round 12.
Here.
Actually, utility noted inside B main here. Consu only with a sheriff in hand.
Not too much support either in the way of the players. They at least have weaponry to play with. It's Kalita only on the sheriff as well. So going to be a rough one for Consu. And Kalita, that's brave. That is very brave. All goes up. Potential problems there. Kalita gets found, so the support system gone, and now it's Consu just left on their own. But great positioning. At least going to get away with one. Takes out Alexis, but Jazzy is ready. Death from above, and the shot just about clips the wings of Consu. Gonna dip back down for it though. Playing around the side of the smoke, 20 seconds here, and the pressure's time him out. Jazzy finally gets found, and now it's Mel and Katsumi. 18 seconds, plant not in just yet, and Romi looking for that chance above it. Doesn't get it. The paranoia slowing down the roll, and this pressure is dying him out. 10 seconds, they need a plant, and they needed it a while ago. A tap on the spike, but it's Mel trying to get in their face. Katsumi gonna do just about enough to maybe buy time for a plant. And conir gonna feel that pressure, has to hold for a second. The classic switch was not gonna get it done. conir gonna get them silver lining something a second round.
I mean, you could barely call it a lifeline. An absolutely dominant half here from C9 White. And a couple of these individuals here. Problem being built around Romi versus this composition. You look towards Mel and Jazzy to really slow things down and prevent KRÜ from really breaking through this C9 White defense.
Yeah, Romi. Gonna be the one to try and take those first couple of steps. So Alexis, no respect. Happy to take the fight, but punished on the timing there. Katsumi just left in no man's land, caught as the smoke dissipated. And actually the punish towards Mel. A little bit of a fumble on the timings, a little bit of out of position here. This is not ideal yet. And actually KRÜ gonna make the most of it.
Katsumi almost caught off guard there as that smoke did drop. Alexis, knife destroyed, but information confirmed at least. And KRÜ looking to pile on the pressure through short here. One lurk left, and Romi, completely unconsidered, will punish Jazzy.
Player standing.
Way better work coming out from KRÜ. This is much better. Loved how much they're able to capitalize on some of the small mistakes coming out from C9 there and making it their own. Lovely pace.
Like I said, Katsumi, unfortunately, just maybe a couple of seconds off, but caught totally out in the open once that smoke did fade.
Yep. See what tempo KRÜ try and continue at, but you can see them kind of diligent, sitting deep. Something that we credited C9 for.
Almost anticipating a similar sort of approach to these thrifty rounds. Jazzy actually got a shorty position.
Camera taken out.
Over towards tree here. Mel tasked with holding on to B site alone. Actually a smoke and support, but looks like it might just be the orb retrieved. Kalita at least a little curious here with Romi. Both initiators here, potential to try and set Romi up to find this entry on B. C9 White happy to stick as 4 over towards A.
Yeah, a little gamble stack. I mean, there are some sheriffs, so it's not completely without some danger, but gonna dash on in. And Mel knows days are numbered. You can do some damage or take one with you. That would be a miracle in itself. Not gonna happen. Lovely work from KRÜ, filling out the stack maybe, or just well-considered approach. And the plant should be coming any second now. So down to about the 20-second marker, they felt comfortable enough. They'd taken the map control. They weren't gonna get caught out. Maybe if there was a stack on that B site, there could have been some further danger to it, but not at all. And plenty of information off the back of the knife. Probably 3 noted on that. So again, should be well and truly prepared. Nice little late mid lurk coming in as well. And should really seal it up. And Kalita just steals it away. Poor old consu.
That's when you thought. Pop Bash is good, but Romi stands strong.
Nice.
Bob actually looking to thread back behind consu on this flank, but consu still finds the headshot. The prime gaming flawless here for KRÜ. Sword here in the second half, but C9 White now on their first rifle bite. A couple of gaps in utility here. I think it was a couple of sheriffs and maybe a shorty in the previous. I don't know what utility was invested, but towards Bob, Katsumi and see Bob find the first kill of the Romi. Look at the re-peek onto that angle as well.
Yeah, Bob getting away near on unscathed. The damage coming through the wall more than anything, but you can see them still committed to try and take this mid pressure. No fear being shown by KRÜ, trying to keep that tempo a little high, a little pressured throughout the map. Little flash in, doesn't quite find what they want, actually catching a little short there.
consu in position to deal with the wall immediately as well, so it actually pins one extra player of C9 White. They have to be on alert here, conscious of the possibility somebody slips to the net. Spike not committed just yet.
I like this. They're testing multiple areas, kind of that mid-thread, that play towards short, that pressure towards the wall, making it hard work to make any sort of gamble or rotation, hit that early rotate. So it looks like a double dip back towards A after that pressure on short. The knife came in, no one got noted. They go back towards this. Spike recovered and on the way, but there are rotations in, and Cloud9 White are in position for this one. This could be hard to stick the landing on 30 seconds. This could go astray. This could go wrong.
Here, Conor actually posts a perfect paranoia, but Kalita can't swing onto it. Too much pressure. Low HP. Alexis will deal with it.
Yeah, and here's that main play, and they build the door. How do you get away with it? Alexis going to catch conir in the end, but at this point, it is a 3v2. There's still a bit of a chance here. Consu and baesht going to try and make something out of it. Plant going to come down. Spam doesn't find as much as Bob would have wanted. And now we look at the post plant. What do they have for it? Just kind of tucked towards under heaven. It ain't pretty. There's nothing special about this. Alexis just has the room, but baesht does a little bit of damage, but it wasn't going to be enough. But for a bonus, if you look about what they were coming in with, it wasn't that full purchase yet. That's not bad for KRÜ.
They've drawn blood once again. Well, look what the purchase.
I think this is always the scary factor when we talk bigger picture, that you are going to be, even with a good start and everything else you need, if you do start getting chipped away in, you know, in the first gun, in the first buy round and everything else coming out, bonus. Oh no, consu! Fumbling it.
Yeah.
Maybe pressure getting a little much here. You're starting to see 11 against you. It does start to mount, and well, Bob takes absolutely no prisoners here. And Jazzykins and co feeling that pressure starting to mount towards short, and the wall goes up.
In. The wall actually catching 2 on the left side of it here. Oh, actually Kalita nearly caught on that retreat. Romi, though, still stuck on the left side of this.
And I'm looking at readjust, though, shuffling back towards the B side, so pressure towards Mel. You can already see the camera starting to twist and turn, looking for any of these opponents coming in, and Bob repositioning towards top mid. This could be great timing for Bob, but actually gets warded away. Lovely support coming out from baesht. Can at least keep their player safe as they try and pour up through middle.
Looking a lot more comfortable here on their attacking half. Kalita, further reveal through Melt. Have to deal with that. Still got a trap wire in the spy cam. It's still available, not anymore though, but a couple of one-ways now to work off. Will Mel be rewarded for her patience?
Well, may not be a lion's den, more like the rat's cage here. Mel waiting in the back. Don't allow the plant to come in, can't quite challenge. Has the smoke to keep safe on the right side, and the first challenger comes in and cleans her out. Mel gone. Romi gonna find Jazzykins. This is much better work coming in, but the late flank catch them by surprise and pop in the ult as well. Okay, we're down to a 3v3 here. All of KRÜ's players tucked on the site itself. Smoke still invested. There it goes, the last one. High flash in. Can they make the most of it? Nade towards the back of the site. Kalita, great work towards Katsumi. They need more. They find more! Cloud9 White, devastating on the way back through.
And KRÜ almost look like they've dug their heel. Look at the HP from Alexis and Bob. 15 HP between them, Lauren.
Okay, Hunter's Fury. Right off the rip here, Bob. did
Tag onto
catch
Conir.
Conir, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's actually Alexis to find the follow-up towards Kalita, so this is not looking good as a start. Losing on that pressure, and Mel already taking space. The map is feeling small for KRÜ.
And that's a big ultimate off the board.
Yeah, it is. That's a
Wait,
big
hang on.
loss.
Mel's out in mid.
Yes, Mel has taken over half of the map.
Mel has so much space to work with it. Look how deep the tripwire is.
And hand off the mouse almost there, Mel. Easy, Tiger. Gonna get it back on. And Conir goes down. Mel's just striding through the map. Now, that could open a chance for them to double back here. They could walk away from this, try and maybe retake that space. You are seeing Bob have to respect that. Spin back around towards top middle, and Jazzy taking a peek.
Alexis got the knife back up, though, so... Actually, now with the null command coming through, almost going to anticipate
come
this, but
on.
Alexis just swings out, finds it, finds all three. 4 on the round for Alexis. C9 White close out Ascent.
And I think that closes out some of the doubts that people may have had, some of those considerations, expectations for KRÜ being maybe a challenger, being a contender, looking good in their region, but